Welcome back to the Thai Movie Recap Podcast, your deep dive into the darkest corners of Southeast Asian cinema. Today, we're tackling a modern classic from the directors of Shudder, the 2007 psychological horror masterpiece, Alone, or Fad, a film that asks, what if your deepest love became your most terrifying enemy? Alone tells a story of conjoined twins, a traumatic separation, and a haunting so persistent it breaks the line between sanity and the supernatural. But trust me, everything you think you know about this ghost story is about to be burned away. Let's unpack the 3 acts of Alone. The film introduces us to Pim, living a quiet, seemingly perfect life in South Korea with her kind, supportive husband, Wee. Pim carries a massive scar on her side, the physical evidence of being separated from her conjoined twin sister, Ploy. The story Pim and the world believe is that Ploy tragically died during the surgery, leaving Pim with deep survivor's guilt. This peaceful existence is shattered when Pim gets a call. Her mother has suffered a stroke in Thailand. Reluctantly, Pim and Wee return to the old family home, a place Pim desperately tried to escape. The moment they step inside the house, the atmosphere is suffocating. Everything is a relic of the past. 2 matching dolls, 2 tiny pairs of shoes, and a collection of clothes sewn together. Pim's anxiety spikes immediately. The haunting begins subtly but aggressively targets Pim's sanity. She experiences classic horror tropes intensified by her unique trauma. Tactile intrusion, she constantly feels a cold weight pressing down on the bed beside her, in the exact spot Ploy used to be attached. Auditory terror, she hears faint, angry whispers calling her name, always emanating from her right side. The mirror intrusion, in a terrifying scene, Pim looks in the mirror and sees the reflection of a long-haired, pale, vengeful Ploy staring back instead of her own face. It's the spirit literally trying to replace her identity. Wee, the rational voice, believes Pim is having a breakdown due to stress and guilt. He takes her to a psychiatrist who diagnoses her with an extreme case of guilt complex. The psychiatrist. Pim is trying to fill the emotional void left by her sister. She has created Ploy to punish herself for surviving. This is her subconscious playing out her unresolved grief. But the terror escalates beyond psychological games. Pim is violently dragged down in the bathtub by an unseen force, nearly drowning. The haunting is no longer confined to her mind. It's a genuine, physical threat. Pim becomes convinced Ploy is back, consumed by jealousy and determined to take her back, even in death. The roots of ruin. To understand Ploy's immense vengeance, the film dives into the dark history that shaped the twins' relationship. We learn that Ploy was the dominant, possessive, and often cruel sister, while Pim was gentle, submissive, and constantly constrained. Their conjoined state wasn't just physical. It was a psychological cage where Ploy dictated every action, relying on their childhood promise. We will be together until death. The catalyst, Wee's arrival. The fragile balance of their existence was shattered when Wee entered their lives at the hospital. Wee was drawn to Pim's quiet strength and kindness, but Ploy also fell madly in love with him. This created a toxic love triangle within a single body. Ploy's love quickly twisted into consuming jealousy and possessiveness. She could not tolerate seeing Pim find happiness and connection outside of their bond. She used their conjoined state to sabotage every interaction. Ploy, in a flashback, confronting Wee. You cannot just like Pim. We are one. If you love her, you must love me too. We belong together, and you cannot separate us. The tension became unbearable. Pim, desperate for freedom and to genuinely pursue her love for Wee, made the drastic, life-altering decision. They must be separated, regardless of the risk. The flashbacks culminate in the intense confrontation right before the scheduled surgery. Pim, finally standing up for her own life, demands the operation. Ploy, feeling betrayed and cast aside, vows vengeance. Pim, I need my own life, Ploy. I want to choose who I love. We have to be separated. Ploy, filled with desperate rage. You will pay for this. If I cannot have you, no one can. If I go, you are coming with me. The narrative confirms Ploy's death during surgery, leaving Pim with the guilt and the terrifying haunting. The audience believes this is a story about a resentful ghost seeking her living twin. But this is where the genius of the horror kicks in. Wee, unable to accept that the haunting is merely a mental illness, goes against Pim's wishes and visits the only person who holds the full truth, Pim's ailing mother. The mother, paralyzed and barely able to speak, finally reveals the unthinkable secret. The ultimate twist. As Wee presses her about who survived, the mother painfully points to the photograph of Ploy. The shocking truth unfolds in a devastating flashback. Pim was murdered before the surgery. During the final, violent confrontation, Ploy, blinded by jealousy and rage, strangled Pim to death. Ploy survived. In her shock and grief, Ploy realized the severity of her act. The mother, unable to lose both daughters, helped Ploy hide the truth. The identity swap. The surgery was performed to separate Ploy's body from Pim's corpse. Ploy then assumed Pim's identity to escape the consequences and, most importantly, to keep Wee. The ghost is Pim. The spirit haunting the house was Pim's vengeful ghost, the murdered twin, seeking justice against the sister who stole her life and her love. The terror Pim, actually Ploy, was feeling was not guilt. It was pure, deserved retribution. The fiery conclusion Wee returns home, disgusted and enraged, to confront the woman he has loved for years. Wee, shouting, "You're not Pim, you're Ploy. You killed her and you lied to me." Ploy, descending into madness. "I had to. Everyone loved Pim. If I couldn't have my own life, I had to take hers. I did it all for you." Ploy, completely unraveling, attacks Wee, attempting to kill him to silence the truth forever. As they struggle, the house catches fire. In the chaos, Pim's ghost appears one final time, her vengeance complete. Wee manages to pin Ploy under a heavy cabinet. Ploy, trapped and screaming in the flames, looks up. Pim's ghost stands over her, no longer merely a shadow but a terrifying specter, and smiles in cold, final triumph. The spirit uses its power to hold Ploy down, ensuring she burns with the past she tried to bury. Wee escapes, leaving Ploy to her fiery fate. The film ends with Wee at the twins' gravesite, placing a necklace on the tombstone, an act of final farewell to the true Pim who died long ago. Conclusion. Alone is a masterclass in Thai horror, using the cultural context of twins' unbreakable bonds to deliver one of the genre's most stunning plot twists. It transforms from a straightforward ghost story fueled by survivor's guilt into a chilling tale of extreme psychological pathology and righteous spiritual vengeance. The true horror wasn't the haunting itself, but the discovery that the real monster was the person sleeping beside you. If you haven't seen Alone, we highly recommend seeking it out. Just be prepared to question everything you see. Thank you for listening to Thai Movie Review and Spoil. This was a heavy one, a story that leaves you with a lot to think about. What are your thoughts on the film? Which scene has stayed with you all these years? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. That's all the time we have for today. Until next time, goodbye.